beautiful people? I am Alex the leader, play as the best midfielder.
And I am Ola Jumoke. See something for me. Can't you be my
You
cheerleader?
cannot even rhyme.
I can't rhyme. We know this already.
Alright.
Anyway, I'm Ola
Welcome,
Jumoke.
welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back, guys.
How you guys doing?
Hope you're doing okay.
You guys missed us because we missed you guys.
Yes, we did.
Each and every one of you.
You and you and you and
And
you. Okay, so today we're bringing you things that happened during our pregnancy, the ones we remember, like number one, cravings.
So today we'll be actually talking about our pregnancy journey.
Yeah,
Our pregnancy journey. Yeah, I'll just support
our pregnancy journey. We're both pregnant.
I'll
So
support you.
my husband suffered the man. Wow, he suffered the man.
It's not easy. It's not easy to be a man.
Ah, good. Let it be easy.
It's not easy to
In
be
fact,
To be a man is not a day's job. Yeah, 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 na so he be. Na so he be. So today we'll be
but
talking
it's
about
not stressful. He was singing.
So we're talking about funny things that actually happened, and
Yeah.
we're talking about
Things
cravings.
Oh yeah. So the first thing we're talking about is cravings. Oh my God, guys. Like we all know this. We all know this thing about pregnancy and
But
cravings.
first of all, Jumoke used to have cravings.
Yes, on a
If-
normal day,
on a normal
without
day,
being pregnant.
You just wake up like this.
I'm sure they'd be so.
Should they be so good?
I want, as in there was, I always had cravings. So pregnancy made it worse, guys. It just made it worse. Like I was craving. In fact, there was one time that I was looking for ikokore up and down. I was looking for whiting fish at some point. I had specific cravings. I can't forget one time that I was having like all these cravings, and because we just moved, we were just living in Brantford and we didn't know anybody here. And I was telling my husband, I want chicken peri peri. I started crying that day because I'm like, I hate this place. I hate this city. Because there's no African store here. I was so angry. I was just crying. I had a meltdown. My husband was just like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
I was
because I was crying. He was like, what do you want me to do, Joe?
because even chicken peri peri, I've never heard chicken peri peri before. I was like, chicken peri peri, I want to see chicken peri peri for me. So that was.
We eventually went to a Jamaican restaurant and bought some jerk chicken, so that kind of made up for it. Lots and lots of compromises that me and my pregnant self had to make. By the way,
that first trimester, oh boy. Emotions were just swinging from like left to right.
oh
left
God,
to
I
right,
was really
left to right.
emotional. Oh, I can't forget this day that you fried egg.
Oh boy. See me, I fried egg for myself. You know sometimes you fry egg and everybody like their own eggs differently. Some people like to fry their egg to be well done, some slightly done, Me, I
You
can
like
even-
slightly done egg?
Yeah, me, I can even drink raw egg,
Yeah,
So-
yeah, you can.
So that day I fried my own egg for myself. You might say I want to.
I wanted to patch out of his food. Beggy.
That's how Mama opened my egg like this. He saw that it wasn't well done. He was like,
I told him, I said, you don't care about me. You don't care about you fried it. As in he fried egg for himself without me in mind. And I came to beg for the egg. And I was saying that he doesn't care about me. That how will he fry egg that is half done? Why will he fry it? And I'm pregnant. And do you want me to have salmonella or listeria? Why did you he was just like, God help me.
Let me fry your egg so that you eat your egg.
Meanwhile, I think he asked me that day if I wanted
Yes,
it. And I said no.
It's not easy. See my song. It's not easy to be a man.
There was this other time too. So, there's the thing that you're not supposed to eat pawpaw or like papaya when you're pregnant. Now, I didn't know that. And there was a day I was hungry, and
we
guys,
bought pawpaw.
yeah,
We bought papaya.
we had papaya at home. I didn't know anything about papaya, and guys, as in I cut up the whole papaya, only me.
So she cut the papaya.
Oh,
so
papaya!
I went to work that day. That's how Mama called me and like.
No, I ate the papaya on a Sunday, if you remember correctly. Then it was now maybe like on Monday when I was now reading through, and I saw that you are not supposed to eat papaya. Hey!
She called me and I picked. She was not crying. That my baby. In my head, I was like, she say you were not happy that baby was coming out and
I mean, yes. So I wasn't expecting. I wasn't ready for the baby. But now that the baby has come, I don't want to lose it. Like, you know.
Yeah, it was one funny.
Oh god. And I think that was actually a turning point for me, because it was at that point that I realized, okay, I think I actually do want this baby. Like, since I don't want anything to happen to the baby, that means I really want this baby at the end of the day. Like, it has grown on me. So it was actually from then on that I started to, get used to it. Then pregnancy and that keen sense of smell, you become a bloodhound. I'm sure at that point I could have worked for the FBI or the police, and they would have told me, they would have given me something, smell this, now let's go look for that person. Because guys, my sense of smell was so heightened. I can't forget this day. We have one of these air freshener dispensers that dispense the air freshener, like you can set the timer, whether 60 minutes or whatever. There was one night that, first of all, the smell woke me up. The smell was here in the sitting room. I was in the room. First of all, the smell woke me up, drove me crazy. I got up from my bed and came to the living room, and I turned off that dispenser before I could sleep. So like, it was terrible. Like, I was always tying my nose when I wanted to cook. Everything was bleh, disgusting.
Some important things we actually
really
did during the pregnancy journey. And number one was
we prayed a lot.
Yeah, we actually prayed a lot. We actually guarded our mindset.
Oh yes, we did.
Right, we didn't want any negativity to actually break that wall. So we actually built that wall with positivity and through prayers. Right. We prayed.
We prayed for the baby.
Yep.
What we wanted to see in our baby.
Yep.
We were already calling the things we wanted. Like, we want a good baby, easy baby, fine baby. Of course, it must be beautiful. So like, good tempered, a child of love. Our baby's name is Enife, by the way. So yeah, wanted like a child of love that would, love us, love God, love humanity. Like, a person of love is what we wanted, and we prayed a lot. And then secondly, so very early on, like, one of the friends we had told about the pregnancy, now she was 4 weeks ahead of me. So her baby is a month older than our daughter. Her son is a month older than our daughter. When we saw them, we went to Windsor to visit them. And she was the one that told me about this supernatural childbirth book. And we read it, the book. And it was from then on that we just started to channel all of our energy and channel our pregnancy. Like, we modeled it after reading that book, because it's great content. Like, great content. Supernatural Childbirth by Jackie Mize, I think. Yeah, so we now knew that we had to guard our hearts. So because of the fact that we had seen all those things in the book, like, having a baby without pain, that's so we had already zeroed our minds. And when people now say negative, you're pregnant, your leg will swell, you're this or that, you're this. I was going to look at each other. I will tell you that will not happen to you. You will tell me, okay, that will not happen to you. I'll be like, yes, that will not happen to me. So positivity all the way. Yeah, that's what it was for us. We always call the things we wanted to see. Yeah. And when we hear things too that people say happen, we'll debunk it. That one is not for us. It's not our portion. We reject it. Yeah. Yes, it happens, but we reject it. It's not our portion.
Then we did a lot of research.
Oh yeah.
I know that Jumoke actually read a lot. So many stuff. Me, I read some, but I watched a lot of YouTube videos.
I don't like watching stuff.
Yeah, I watched a lot of YouTube videos for conception, all the things to do. We've been watching as the weeks were going.
Yeah, we're watching pregnancy week by week.
By week. So it was.
And we had apps. You guys,
yes, the bump.
Jumoke downloaded the bump, Ovia pregnancy, and baby center for her pregnancy. My darling husband went to download the bump too and was following along with me.
Yes.
So when he sees that, it always say hi Olajumoke, this is a new week. He will text me sometimes, babe, happy 18th week of pregnancy. I'm just like, he was always seeing everything. So when I'm expressing some symptoms, he was, that's why I said we were pregnant. So whenever I'm expressing some symptoms, he'll be like, oh, it's your back pain. They say you're supposed to have back pain this week,
I was actually following.
Yeah, he was really following.
Because you want to be part of it, right? You wanted to go from step 1 to step 40.
Yeah.
So I was actually involved.
Yep, very, very involved actually.
So that's one thing, you need to do a lot of research, so that you don't get panicked for some things that if you read it, you will know that it's actually normal.
Yes.
Right? So you don't have to.
And then secondly, what you don't know, you don't also know to pray about, right? So if you don't know about some certain things, you won't know to pray about those things. Okay, so another thing we did was we attended birthing class. The birthing class was filled with first-time parents. I mean, obviously, because when you've already had one child, you don't feel like you need it. You can hang your certificate degree on your wall once you already have one child. And also it was with other new parents. It was actually nice. We got a lot of insights from birthing class. At least I remember that we had a the contraction timer thing. It was the 411, right? So it tells you when you have contractions every 4 minutes for 1 full minute for an hour, it's time to go to the hospital. So we actually learned quite a lot of things. They taught the men how to breastfeed. They told the women to, go do something else. They taught the men how to breastfeed, and they now told our partners to teach us how to breastfeed. So that was awkward.
Yeah. It was a very fun class. They split us into groups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
So the men were one side.
Yeah, the women were one side.
Then it was fun because they actually taught us a lot. So they actually taught us how to breastfeed so that we can actually teach our own partners how to breastfeed. That was a funny one.
Yeah. Then also there was an alphabet like A to Z of how to help your partner, how to help your wife. So they split it up into like A to maybe J or whatever. Then they gave men to their own, and then they were like they should use a letter to represent something. So I for ice cubes, give your wife ice cubes when she's in labor. A for be available. So there was it was nice. Like the activities were nice. The inside, the information was great. Like it was a good one.
It was a good one because if I was a woman, I would have actually learned how to breastfeed and for be able to allow to hold baby to actually latch the first latch.
I'm sure when you see the picture you might disagree with him.
It was a good class. I think
it was wonderful.
If you have any like in your city, there are always some others
like the health unit would always
organize some classes.
Like this was organized by Brantford Health Unit, Public Health.
And it's very helpful.
And it was free. We didn't have to pay for it.
Exactly. Use those, those.
Another thing we did was, we worked out. So we told you guys how we met. We're both athletes, right? So working out is very important to us. Exercise and all that. So we did a lot of that together during the summer.
Yeah, because you were running.
I was running every day.
Every morning. During the summer. Mm. Then when it started getting cold,
we joined the gym.
Yeah, we had to join the gym.
But after so I used to run every morning. Then like 3 times in a week, I used to do the first trimester workout for the first trimester. I did the second trimester workout for the second trimester. I would like to, if you guys would like me to share, the things I did.
The workout. Yeah,
just, let me know. Just tell us in the comments. Well, after saying that, like, now that I remember to say that, please remember, just like our video now. While we're still talking. Yeah, please do it. Hit the button. Yeah, so, worked out. That was very, very important to us. And I think to a very large extent, it really helped. I was really pretty fit, like I could dance. Like, up until I went to the gym up until think 3 days before she was born. She was born on Thursday. I was still at the gym on Monday. Yeah, so it was something that just continued. Even though, of course, I wasn't doing as much. Now I was already waddling, right?
And she was doing that Timaya song. I can't keep myself.
Yes, that was me on the treadmill. Allow me to flex, oh, hey, while other people are. Me, I'm just there, just doing my thing. That guys, please, yeah.
So that's a good one. You need during your pregnancy time, you need to keep exercising. You need to be active. I think that actually helps.
If your pregnancy allows it, I mean.
True.
Yeah,
true.
if your pregnancy allows it.
Depends. If you're strong enough, then you should be able to
go for it.
Do it.
If you're strong enough, go for it. If you can't, then whatever. Just be healthy.
I had to do perineal massage for my wife.
Guys, I'm just gonna explain what a perineal massage is. Now it's a kind of massage that so where the baby comes out from, right? The baby comes out of the woman's vagina. Come on, we're all adults. The baby comes out of the woman's vagina. Now, most times the perineal line, or the perineal wall, most people tear around it. Like, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
Now, that was one of the beautiful things about using midwives. They had all of this information, all of these resources, and they were following through like every week. How are you feeling this week? This is what you should do now and all. Now, the perineal massage, they had given me like a couple of documents from when I was 32 weeks, I think. Thereabouts. Either 32 or 34, I can't really remember now. So now, you had to be putting your hand inside the vagina
so
to open it up along the perineum. The perineum, so that you don't tear along there. Well, they were like, it helps actually, because when you keep massaging the place, when it's time, it won't just, all that pressure won't just, the baby's head won't just hit that place at once and you just tear open, right? And at the end of the day, I actually didn't tear along my perineum. So maybe the massage helped, maybe it didn't, I don't know, but we did it. Every time he was giving me this perineal massage, this was my husband's face. I had to tell him that, please, don't do your face like that. I'm already pregnant. I'm feeling somehow. So please, can you give a smile as you're massaging me? Please smile as I do it. One day I was like, all these doctors are trying. All these doctors are trying.
Yeah, it was really funny. But it's just like you want to run, you want to perform an exercise, you need to stretch those muscles.
Yes, yeah.
So just like that, you have to prepare those muscles, and that's what I did. So I had to prepare the perineum.
Yeah, so he helped with that. Thank you, baby. Then another thing I got, so towards the end, I wanted to make sure that I was doing everything. So they had already said, there's a thing of if you use raspberry leaf tea, right? Yeah, you could either drink the tea. I took the capsules because drinking tea 3 times a day, I will not remember. But actually for the capsule, I think that was easier for me to just swallow along with my prenatal vitamin and every time I was eating. So that helps your uterus as well. Like it helps it, I think it's mostly for post-pregnancy, but some people say it also makes the baby come earlier. We just wanted to try everything because we had decided I wanted our baby to come at 38 weeks. We said that's what we want. We want that to come at 38 weeks. And that was what we're sticking with. So we're trying to do everything that would also make baby come early. So we did it all. The perineal massage, the red raspberry 3 times a day, sex, working out, we did everything.
Yeah, that's what helped us, basically.
Yeah, it helped us. We did it all.
So at the end of the day, we just want to say that, any person that is pregnant right now, you just need to keep that positive mind.
Yes.
You need to guard your heart, guard your mind. You need to read, do your research so that you will be able to, know through certain stages how it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to look, so many things. Because they say knowledge is power. So you need to have that knowledge, to be able to excel in anything like your pregnancy, to actually gather that knowledge. and always be positive.
Like the way we've always lived our life, and just like the many other things in our lives, we always like to be intentional about things in our lives. Pregnancy was one of the things that we were intentional about. I mean, from when we read that supernatural birth book, we just decided that, okay, this journey we're going on, we are going into it intentionally. And your mind is really powerful. It is a very, very powerful thing. And so I must tell you guys that your mindset is very important. We don't just, I mean, you shouldn't just, I don't believe that we should just go into pregnancy and say, oh, it's just one of those things that just happen, you know, I'll just go with the flow, anything that happens, happens. No, I don't think so. I think to a very large extent, like, your mind is powerful. You're telling yourself, I am fine, I'm going to go through this pregnancy, everything is going to be well with me from now till the end. Before you know, your body starts to believe that, even on the bad days or the days that you're feeling some type of way. So for us, I have to say that that's a very, very important thing, and that shouldn't be joked with, and I don't think people say it enough.
Yes, you know, that's why in the Bible it says, whatever a man thinketh in his heart,
so easy. Yeah.
So you have to think positive stuff. So if you think negative stuff, you are negative.
Yeah.
So if you think positive stuff, then
whatever you think, the universe will bring it your way.
Exactly.
So positive thoughts, the universe will bring positive things your way. Negative, so whatever I think, the universe will bring it your way. So we should try to be intentional about it too. It's not one of those things that just happen. You ask for the things that you want.
And just do your part and leave the rest for God. So do your part. Yep. Do what you can.
Yeah, do what you can.
Don't just stay.
And then, so another thing is that the reason why you actually purposely need to be positive and intentional about it is that many of us, or we've been raised, or the things that we've been hearing in our society, or that are in our subconscious, are all the bad things about pregnancy. That is why it is, even for the fact that the main things we have heard or hear about pregnancy are negative things. This is why we must intentionally unlearn those things and walk in the positive. So when all those negative thoughts even come, or when people are saying, they said I'm going to have back pain, my leg be swollen, just counter it. You know, I don't want to think about this thing. I'm fine, I'm well. So, you know, you're just channeling all that positive energy, you're just flowing, you know, with that. And
then for the guys, the partners, you know, you need to actually support your wife. You need to support your partner. You just need to do your own part, because at the end of the day, they go through a lot, right? So you need to be a rock behind them. You need to be like, oh, when they are down, when they feel less inclined to be very intentional in pregnancy, you have to remind them and be like, you know, remember, this is what we said we're going to do. Because it's very, very, you know, your mind can just waver, and your spirituality or your faith can come down some point, you know, because of how the emotions can swing from side to side. So we, the guys, need to be that guy to remind them, like, yes, you remember, we have to be positive. You know, we need to pray. We need to be hard on this. You can do this. You can just keep pushing. And I think as a partner, you need to actually be that rock to remind them.
Well said, my darling.
Thank you. I think that will be all for today.
Yep,
I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Yep.
And like, subscribe, and if you have any question,
hit us up in the comments.
Yes, and we'll be ready to share all the plans of what we did.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, help. You know, any way we can.
Yep. So we'll see you guys again in our next video. Take care.